Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Well, I'm here to do the May messages and sitting down to do Cancer's reading. And Scorpio just said, no, it's my turn. So I'm skipping around, and interesting that Scorpio wants to speak up because Scorpio, your ruling planet, Pluto, goes retrograde today, May no, today or tomorrow. What is it? May 5th. Today is May 5th, but I can't remember if it's 5th or 6th, but either way, we're in that energy. We've been in the energy. We just had the Scorpio full moon. You know that, right? So let's take a look to see what is coming your way, what needs to be illuminated this morning with these May energies for you, Scorpio. Diving right in. A very interesting deck, tarot deck that wanted to speak as well. I typically don't use it for these readings, but we'll see what it wants to say. We've got fellow travelers. Support is all around you. You know, you're going through. It's been a very intense time since we've had that Scorpio full moon for sure. We can go back a couple months how this to see how this energy's been building. But I love that the fact that there's a rainbow there. It just says, you know what, just take a deep breath and actually exhale and allow your nervous system to settle. Because I think that I don't know, I'm getting the sense that some of you may be feeling like you're traveling, you're just like pushing a rock uphill, doing this all by yourself. You are not. You've got other people. You've got your guides and your loved ones who have passed before you that are also guiding you, supporting you on this journey. I feel like I just want to say, just keep going, Scorpio. Whatever you're going through, just one more step. That's it. Just focus on the next step in front of you. The help is going to be there when you need it. Maybe not when you want it to be there. Of course, this is for anyone, but it's just like I just want to say, just trust the journey more. I don't know what's going on in your own personal lives, but from my own personal life, the 3D stuff that's popping off can be really, it can be really challenging to keep your focus on the bigger picture, right? On the destination or the path that you want to travel, the timeline you're on. And look at this, we've got Valiant Courage also came out with this, fellow travelers. Take action with passion. It's just saying, remember how strong you are. Pluto is your ruling planet. Come on, what an undertaking that is, right? For your scorpionic energy to agree with the universe, to align with the universe, to have this transformative, powerful energy rule your life. You are a lot stronger than you may feel right now, Scorpio. Let's take a look at the tarot. For the tarot, we're using my Native American tarot deck here. It is a no bullshit, no nonsense, sometimes very tough love, straight to the point kind of deck. So let's see what wants to come out. I just feel like Pluto's got some messages here. So for May, we have got the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like, it says pregnancy on the bottom, and that's where I'm getting this. Allow yourself to exhale. You've been in this wait mode, or this maybe even survival mode, just doing what you've got to do day to day just to get by. Spirit wants you to exhale, because I feel like in that holding your breath, you're waiting for something. You may be missing out on some opportunities, or maybe just missing out on your innate ability. Scorpionic energy is very, very tapped in energy. So you may feel like you're a little disconnected right now with whatever's going on or has been going on in your experience lately. But I feel like, in order to not miss all the subtle opportunities. Just ground yourself, stay present, exhale. There's something big on this exhale here. And what comes next after that exhale too is like what happens in between that space of the exhale and then the next inhale. It's very, very interesting energy. I want to say that whatever happens there in that space, it holds the most potential. That's really interesting. Ooh, I like this very much. We've got the Five of Cups turned upside down. It spun right out of the deck in reverse. It does say warrior woman on it. Yeah, probably have to cover her up. It says warrior woman on it. So if she's in the reverse, you just feeling, maybe feeling depleted right now. You could have been clearing up a really big karmic lesson for yourself, or karmic, or like a generational timeline, or that's not the right word I want to use, but this last timeline you were on, you were clearing up a lot from the past, and I see how the drainage, I'm not going to cover her up every time. YouTube can do whatever they want to me, but it's what it is. I have no control over the decks and the visuals on the decks. And of course, you're all adults here, right? Yeah, just clearing up some really heavy emotional, I mean, it's definitely weighed on you. This emotional baggage, for lack of a better word. But I feel like there's a moment that you're experiencing that's giving you this reprieve. I keep focusing on that exhale, or spirit does it at least, and it's just like, how does the body feel? The nervous system gets a moment to check in with itself in that gap before you take the next inhale, right? Allow yourself to really feel into your breath today. There's something for sure about that here. What else for May for Scorpio? With Pluto going retrograde, we have a 2 full moons in this month, so it's a huge portal. Again, 10 of Cups. Look at all the cups. Very emotional time. You may have been waiting for the right moment to release some sort of a family tie, or at least the emotional attachment to a family situation. I feel like you're reaching that point. You're like right at that pinnacle. Yes, that's the truth. Yes, the Sun. You are at the pinnacle. And I feel like your courage and just how you've handled yourself on this journey is about to be rewarded tenfold. I'm hearing this has not been for nothing, Scorpio. It hasn't been for nothing. And I feel like someone needs to hear that you just like at the end of your tether, right? It's just like, I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know, what's coming, why, or, just, or who I am in these situations. We've got, let's see, I've got to see what this deck is, or what the one this is. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. It's 4 of pipes in the deck, actually, because you see this peace pipes here. There's 4 of them over here. It says honor. I feel like you're coming into a time where you can really, with Pluto turning retrograde, it's a beautiful opportunity to go inward. Any retrograde is, right? And honor the path you've traveled. Honor how strong you've been, how resilient you've been. Honor who you've become because of this journey, Scorpio. And that's just like getting me right here. It's like really emotional. You're being gifted an opportunity to look and take stock. And so Pluto is retrograde for, I believe, 5 months. So what are we, October? So we've got a few minutes here that of doing this, of looking within and really taking stock of where we started. I've got a couple timelines coming in. I've got 2018. I've got 2008 for some of you. I've got 2024 and 2022 for some of you. So it's going to be different for each of you. So, you know, if you journal, maybe take a look at those journals for this specific time, or see if when and where Pluto was retrograde during those years for you, and then take a look at that time frame for yourself and see, you know, what started, what you were going through, who you were, and really appreciate and honor who you've become. You are a lot stronger for all of it, right? It wasn't for just for shits and giggles. It held a purpose. I've got two coming up together here. I'm going to take them together. So I've got the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. But so we've got 10 of Swords, but they're in reverse. See, this deck I read in reverse because it won't let me read otherwise if they come out in reverse. Other decks, sometimes I hear, okay, you know, put that in the upright. But this energy needs to be, there's an ending. I feel like because they're in reverse, either it's happened already or it hasn't quite yet happened. Maybe it happens after this. I'm hearing flashback. So some of these memory recalls, looking back to see how far you've come. You know, you may have been waiting for yourself to be brave enough or courageous enough to make a move of some sort. I do want to say it has something to do with about somebody who's on this path with you, or has been on the path with you. They may, you know, Pluto may show you where they're no longer valid to keep going with you, or they are. I feel at one time it was very happy, very emotionally fulfilling, but it's become stale. You've raised your vibration. You've elevated here with the Sun card. And once you see that, once you can lock in on that and really appreciate, you know, how all of this is unfolded for you, it may illuminate where you're ready to be free of something. You know, 8 of Swords is feeling trapped. 2 of Swords, indecision. Something gets freed up here, though, and it has to come through closing out something else. All right, we'll check in on that in a moment. My goodness, what are you doing? Oh, Luna, you're doing a kitty. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, Trail of Tears. It's been a hard journey. Like I said, you're going to be taking stock at just how far you've come. Some of those seeds that you've planted in the past are about to take off. Those that aren't meant to are dying away. And I feel like that's part of why we've got these 8 and 2 of Swords in reverse, because something needs to die away here. I'm not quite sure if it has yet. Energetically, I feel it has, but in the physical, I'm not quite sure. Like I said, we'll get more on that. Okay, I've got 2 cards also here. Oh, I got 3 cards, all in reverse. Okay, well, we've got Judgment in reverse. Let's show you that in upright. We've got the Judgment in reverse. Gotta take a look at that. Boy, that's got me right in the pit of my gut, man. It's like nauseous. Feeling like really warm all of a sudden. What is that about? I've also got these two in reverse. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Warrior of Vessels. So the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's like your self-esteem is really taking a hit, or it's about to. Perhaps that is Mercury. Interesting. Well, I know Mercury's doing something right now. I just don't know what, because I don't want to I don't want to spend a lot of time on the astrology, but how your whole view of yourself is changing, Scorpio. I feel like I'm beat red here. I'm just this bottom row is like it's intense. I've got it. Why is the Judgment in reverse here? I need to know that one right off the bat here, Spirit. Exhale, Scorpio, exhale. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be, your whole outlook on who you are, who you've been, and who you're becoming, and having appreciation for the journey that got you here, number one. This is a great time for you to say, yeah, those traits about myself are, I don't align with those anymore. They're undesirable for me moving forward. So I feel like you've got to be careful here, Scorpio, but like I said in the beginning, if 3D stuff is popping off for you and you've kind of feel like you're not fully connected with your higher self or your divinity or your guides, they are there. They're just waiting for you to remember that they're there, number one. But if you're dealing with stuff right now, this month is asking you to get back in touch with that divine spark, right? Remember why you're here. Remember who you are, who you were meant to become. I feel like I've got to say, I feel like you have a moment by the end of the month. This Pluto retrograde starts to weigh on you a little bit more than it is now, and we're just in the energy. You may question your resolve. You may question if you've got the wherewithal to take that next step. There is an ending. Can I ask Spirit, just what is the ending here? All right, that was quick. Two Cups. A union that was once happy, that was once necessary. Thank you, Spirit. You are closing out a contract here. I said in the beginning, I felt like with the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, Five of Cups in reverse, I just felt like you were closing out some sort of, maybe it's a karmic contract, definitely a soul contract of some sort, maybe a plutonic contract. Not sure what that is. Go look that up. So that's what's ending. Let's look for the silver lining here, okay? For those of you who are saying, no, I don't want this to end, maybe this isn't your reading. I feel like you you felt this coming for quite a while. Could be 7 years. I've got 7 pentacles here. Could be 9 years. So between 7 and 9 years. So 9 years was 2017. Boy, that magic number, I'm telling you. There, this is done. I feel like this has taken enough of your self-esteem. Whatever this what went on here, it's taken a bit of yourself, a piece of yourself, and I feel like you're getting back. You know, this is like the Ace of Pentacles too. Look how huge that sun is. I think the Ace of Pentacles looks similar to that. Bottom of the deck, I got to show it. So you've got a new, this is closing out because you've got a new cycle starting with someone else, a new destined path of love, of overflow, a period for you, whatever that means, love, abundance. But we've got the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune here. This has got to close out because this has got to open. You've got 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10. The Sun is a 19. That's a 10. So definitely closing out one cycle and beginning a new one, for sure. You've got 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Let's keep talking about that. I just feel like Pluto's going to reveal to you everything that you need to know. I feel it's going to reveal to you very early on. I don't feel like you've got to wait until October for this thing to end. I feel like it's getting the ball rolling now, even though it's been dead and gone for a long time. There's like, 10 of Swords, just, maybe it once was happy, but the 10 of Swords is like, there's no emotion there. It's sharp. It's confusing. It's hard. Relationships should not be hard. They should come with clarity and ease and flow. Not saying people don't argue and don't go through challenges, but you go through them together. This was not that. This was you leading or them leading at one time or another. There just doesn't seem like there was a balance because of all the reversals on the table here. It was like a union that was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Okay, it's what it feels like here, and what I'm getting from these cards. Advice for I don't think I've got to clarify anything else. I mean, so these 7 of Pentacles here, you've been planting seeds for something else. You might not even known it. You really might not even known it. But like, not on an intellectual level, but somewhere in your psyche or your gut feeling, you knew something else was coming, but if you didn't know, you've got a new love coming. Maybe that's a new love in a new place to live. Could be a partner. Could be doing what you love, changing careers and finally doing what you love. Maybe it's retirement, it's like, yeah. So whatever is going to fill this cup, this vessel as it is in this deck, whatever's going to fill that up, it's fated. It's your destined path is opening up. 5 of Swords. Ooh, there's a little bit of conflict. Why'd you come out? Oh, it's interesting for a 5 of Swords. I'm hearing this is going to be too good to be true. You're going to think it's too good to be true. Can't possibly be better than what I thought it had, because I thought in the beginning that this union was an incredible union. I was following my heart. I was doing, what I believed was bringing me joy. but you found out somewhere along the line that it wasn't terrible. I feel like you've overlooked a lot. You overlooked a lot with the Four of Cups here. Missed a lot of the subtle cues and clues. But this is gonna be. This is like you think. Is this a joke? So there's that. Okay, so there's that waiting for the other shoe to drop feeling, right? That, if that's what this relationship was to you, that you notice that you're holding your breath and waiting for the other shoe to drop, now Spirit is asking you to exhale. There's that exhale again, right? And in between that exhale and the next inhale is this moment, or are these this opportunity that Pluto's bringing for you, Scorpio, to really face that clenching. It's like, notice how you've been clenching, waiting for something else to happen that was undesirable. How do I want to put this? I think you get what I mean, though. You've got to sit with that feeling and that how you've been holding yourself mentally, even emotionally, spiritually, physically, through this other union, because now you've got a new union that's coming in, but you can't take the energy from this one that's closing out, this cycle that's closing out. You can't take that with you. Okay, it can't be a part of what fills this cup. All right. What else on this Five of Swords, please? Why so too good to be true, waiting for the other shoe to drop? Ooh, this is the Emperor, Council Chief. There's another 4 here, so we've got 3 4s. Just checking, making sure I don't have any more. Something about some stability is starting to come in. So this is 2 things coming through for me. This is about you taking control, self-mastery, being, being the master of you. For some of you, you are starting a new business, a new career path. This is, getting one up on your mental body. It's like the 5 of Swords. Swords are our thoughts. It's what we tell ourselves. The Emperor is also someone who's very courageous, knows who they are, male or female, doesn't matter. Okay, so the other thing that's coming through this Emperor here could be the other party on the other end of what's ending, this union that's ending, and they may have something to say about all of this. They may pop off with a few words. Just put that out there. That's going to be for a few of you. I just feel it's an opportunity to reintroduce yourself to yourself, Scorpio. Who you thought you were, who you were made to believe that you were, not necessarily by this connection, but by someone else or another situation so long ago, could be even a past life thing that you carried into this lifetime. Maybe that's what this cycle that's closing was meant to teach you, was to show you how, show you all of that where you were allowing and giving your energy and your identity even to another. You were losing yourself in another situation, in another person. You were allowing it. No offense, we all do it, right? We've all been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the bumper sticker. But I feel like this Pluto, and I feel like you've been shown this in snippets, but this Pluto retrograde, there's something about it this month. especially. But remember, it does go for 5 months. There's something about what comes up in this month. You're going to be shown a great deal of who you're not compared to who you were told or made to believe that you were, okay? You're going to see yourself in a whole entirely different light. So guidance here with the tarot, then we'll get guidance. Three of Pentacles, and let's see, I have to look because the words are different in this deck. And the Knight of Pentacles. So, okay, so there's 3 pentacles, and he's got the 4th pentacle, so there's another 4. There's something about, yeah, just taking your time to find your footing here. You are building something brand new. There's no need to rush. There isn't anything about rushing here. Maybe not even a lot of external action in the month of May. I feel like a lot of it, the movement happens internally. So, yes, yeah, I like that. So yeah, trust your intuition, trust your guidance, get back in touch with your inner senses and your higher self and your guides, and focus on that. Don't focus on what's going on around you. Don't focus on even the ending of this one cycle. It's trusting the universe has got you, and you are just, gonna take the next step that you're being given, right? There's no sense moving forward. There's no sense giving your energy to anyone else, whether it's this person that you're walking away from or a situation that you're walking away from. Not allowing your energy to be pulled in many different directions. Keeping your self-esteem up, so nurture yourself. Queen of Pentacles, I love that she's here because it, make sure you are nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, taking care of your health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, your body, eating right, warm salt baths, getting outside and being, grounding in the earth, and getting by water. I mean, there is a lot of cups in the beginning, so maybe water will help ground you. You are a water sign after all. So, just listen to your guidance and go in that direction, Scorpio. I don't think there's anything more that those cards have to say. So let's get one final guidance or snippet of advice or whatever for Scorpio, whatever they need to help them maneuver these energies this month. Remember who you are, Scorpio. Self-expression, protection, authentic self, the masks we wear, number 33. So that also might be significant. So we've got a lot of 4s, so sequences of 4s. We've got a lot of 10s, 1s, so a lot of great number sequences, synchronicities coming in. But 33, I love 33. It's the number my mom gave me before she passed. So, yeah. So protect yourself. Be true to yourself here. I feel like you've had to wear masks in front of certain people, maybe especially the situation that's closing out. And I do want to say that this is part of Pluto's gift to you, is showing you the masks that are no longer viable for you, okay? And showing that you can fully show yourself and be loved and accepted and blessed by the universe, because this is one beautiful blessing, okay? All right, there you have it. Take care of yourself, Scorpio. If this hits you and you know what you're reading and you want to dive a little further into it more personally for yourself, my email is in the description box. If you want a personal reading, please do hit me up. I appreciate that, and appreciate any likes and shares and subscribes to the channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, thank you. As always, I love you so much, and take care of yourself, Scorpio. We'll see you later.